Welcome viewers back to Abiotic Factor, where we just finished a good night's rest and our bags are full, so let's start out the day by storing everything that we don't need to carry around with us, and probably cooking, because it's probably time to cook. We need a little bit of food. We do have a raw carbuncle and plenty of iodine tablets. I do want to drop this lead vest we're carrying around. Oops, that doesn't fit there. Or there. Where can we put that? Do we have metal in any of these others? I feel like I'm being a little inefficient with my storage space right now. Especially with these hats and stuff that I need to scrap and these broken bits. Can't stack these lead vests? No, okay, I think I'll just throw that one on the ground then. Oh no, there's space here. There we go, we have a couple more spaces. We do have a knife on us to cut up some food. We have a water bottle. I thought we had a spare water bottle, but I must have misplaced it. Okay, anyway, let's see, we're thinking about leg wraps. We need 6 magazines for that. Okay, it's nighttime, so I guess we're gonna start by cooking. What did I do with those magazines? There's a book. There's the magazines. We have 3 magazines. Okay, we did make the chef's counter. That's this, right? Ooh, food prepping, fish prepping, chef's counter. Wait, there's 3 different spots on this. I didn't even realize. No recipes in chef counter, but food prepping. Yep, can't do anything there either. And fish prepping. Fish prepping, butchering. Press below on the action you want to perform. Can we butcher this stuff? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. Where's a different bench? Can we do that here? No. Okay. Crafting wise, we do have a new item here, makeshift spear, that we haven't figured out. So that looks like duct tape, I'm guessing a pipe and a knife, and apparently a desk phone. No, it wasn't a knife. No, it was a knife, but it wasn't a pipe, it was metal scrap. So I think we have all this stuff. Could make a... Oh wait, it wasn't that. It was maybe a lamp? Yes, okay, so we need to go find a standing lamp. I think I've seen one of those upstairs somewhere, so let's keep an eye out for that. In fact, let's fix our pins. We don't need the cooking pot, the chest plate. Well, why did I pin chest plate? Let's see, why did I pin the chest plate? That's going to be under armor. That's this, right? Makeshift chest plate is armor 4 versus our armor 2 on this cushion chest plate. Okay, and weight is actually less. So yeah, let's switch to that. That's why we have the filing cabinet, cloth scrap, and duct tape. Okay. 8 duct tape. We have that somewhere here, yep. Let's get 8 of these. We need a filing cabinet. I think I have one of those, yep. And we need 8 cloth scrap. That might be a problem. We have 7 here. I think we're going to have to make the rest with paper, which I don't really think I have another use for paper, as far as I remember. So I think we're okay with just turning cloth scrap into paper for now. Or vice versa. Let's do, we only need 1, right? So that takes 20. Let's do that for now, and I will make the makeshift chest plate. We'll do that here. Makeshift chest plate armor.
I feel suboptimal.
That sounds like we're gonna have to take some iodine again. Yep. Let's eat that. I wonder why we're getting radioactive here. I wonder if it's because we're carrying all this radioactive stuff. Maybe that's the issue, is it just, you shouldn't be carrying the radioactive food around. Let's drop those all off. Oops. Well, now we're gonna have to eat. Okay, let's drop the food off by the place where we cook it. Okay, we have a makeshift chest plate. We're gonna throw that on. That's smaller and lighter and more armor than the cushion, but it doesn't protect us from the cold. Tomatoes reminds me that I want to try to grow some tomatoes because that would be a lot better than radioactive stuff for food. Imagine we're going to have to figure out, you know what, why am I doing this? Let's go cook that stuff. I'm trying to put these away. We'll eat some iodine before we try to feed ourselves again. Let's just make sure nothing's sneaking up on us. And there's a pan here where we can start cooking things, hopefully. Nope, can't do that one. Can't do that one. I still have no idea why. We're also cold, apparently. So apparently it's cold at night. So that's a reason to have that the other vest, I guess. Okay, let's go back and look at our pins. I think I can remove at least one of them. Definitely gonna be out of food soon. I guess what I should do is grab some of this.
I don't feel so well.
Let's eat the iodine. Yeah, I'm gonna stop carrying the radioactive stuff around. I have a feeling that's what's giving us the problem. Iodine will protect us. If I do this again, let's just leave it in there for now, and let's drop the rest. I guess I'll drop them on this table if I can. Possibly that's why our radiation is increasing, although pretty sure also if I look in this room that we're hanging out in. Okay, yeah, there's radiation in that corner. Over here, not so much. Okay, so we want to kind of stay out of that corner also, apparently. I wonder if that means I should just move I should probably move my craft benches. Yeah, let's do that. And this. And this. I'll move all that stuff over here because there's no radiation indicator over here. So first thing to deploy is the battery. I'll put that right there and connect it to the plug. How come I can't connect? I have to go the other way. There we go. Okay, and then the battery we're going to connect to a power strip. And I guess I wanted that the other way around, so let's flip that just so I'm less confused. How do I deploy? How do I change the orientation? Oh good, lights are back on. Oops. How do you rotate? R, okay. So I want it facing that way, I think. And then when I connect from the battery to this, it's on that end. Good. Okay, next we'll put the chef's table over here.
Is this malnourishment?
And we'll take this first power plug and... Oops, we need a screwdriver. Leveling up our construction should make us construct things faster, I think. And then our workbench can be here. That'll give us access to the power strip and leave us with a spot. Oops, I need to construct it.
Attention. This sector is under precautionary security measures.
Still getting a grip with the mechanics here. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. So that's our new space. It's nicer in here because there's no obvious radiation. Let's see how we did here. Burnt it. It's okay. I think we can still eat it. Oops. What's it say about eating it? Yeah, it just makes us thirstier. Very mild radiation. Whatever, we're protected from radiation. Let's let that one cook. And I said earlier we're going to work on our pins, so that's what I'm doing next. I want to remove makeshift chest plate. We don't need that pinned. We don't need cooking pot because we found one. So cooking pot's going to be here. Makeshift crossbow, chef's counter we already made. That's this, no. What is chef's? Probably furniture and benches, okay. This one. What the one? Yeah, chef's counter, unpin. What does this do? Share recipe, okay. Medium sign, heater. Don't think we're gonna need a heater for a while, hopefully. And then finally we want a crossbow, we want leg wraps. Let's pin some of the weapons. Maybe some tools. We're gonna have to figure out how to make all of this stuff eventually. Right now we're pretty good though. Shock trap would be interesting. So both of these things I think would be nice to have, like a basic trap to drop behind us. I think we can make both of these, so we'll come back to that. Maybe let's pin the Choppinator one because it looks easier.
My glucose levels are dire.
Alright, we're gonna have to go feed ourselves in a second too. So let's pin the crossbow. We already pinned the crossbow. There's the spear I wanted to pin. Slushy bomb is a thing. What's this one? Throwing dart? Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that yet. Oh, and we're gonna have to make bolts if we make crossbows out of pens, it looks like. Okay, let's go eat. Hopefully this thing's done. Not burnt this time. And then we can drop one of these in. I got cooking 3 finally, so we can make soups. So maybe it's time to investigate soups next. Okay, we're not quite as hungry. And soups are going to require the pot. I threw the pot in here. No. Here. No. Okay, I'm never going to find the pot again. There it is. Good. 250 water. 1,000 water. What did I do with that other water bottle? I just blind? Did I throw it on the floor or something? I think I must have dropped it to make room for something else. I'm gonna have to go try to remember where I dropped it. But for now, we do have the other water bottle. Look at that, that thing's ready. Throw this other one in there. We'll eat this. Actually, never mind. I was gonna say let's try to make soup out of that, but I'm not gonna do that. What I want to do, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is farming. We need to figure out how to farm tomatoes because that's the only thing we've found so far with seeds. So we do have soil bag, we have plastic scrap, we have wood plank, we have hose. We could make either of these. I feel like the square one is gonna fit better, so let's pin this and let's go get the stuff for that and we'll make it. Also get this a little bit out of our way here. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. Right. We pinned it. We need garden plot, wood, plastic, hose, and soil. 2 hose, please. Wood and plastic. Oops, how did I not get that? Plastic, wood. I don't have either in here. I still only have 1 rubber band ball too. There's the wood. We only have a couple of those. And plastic. How much plastic do we need? I guess we only needed 1 wood technically. And the soil bag. There's the soil bag. Let's just take the whole stack. We'll put it back later. And I'm going to put the plants right here for now. We're just going to make 1 plot as a test. So that's this guy. He uses up all of our hose. No, we have a bunch more hose. Never mind. Okay. And now we'll deploy this. And I guess we'll put it right there. Okay, clean water must be added for plants to grow. How do I put the seeds in there? And where did I leave the seeds this time? This is what I get for not paying attention to where I'm putting things. There we go. Okay. I'll have to throw clean water in there, huh? Kinda sucks that it needs clean water. Stack. let's do just one. We put this on our hotbar. Okay, never mind. Let's do it like that then. And can I just, yeah, plant. There we go. Tomato plant. Can destroy plant. There's 1 of 5 sprouts. I guess that's how long it's going to take. And let's pour water bottle into here. What do we know? Okay, I imagine that's going to take a long time. So let's throw the rest of the tomatoes back in storage. Somehow I have rotten food. Oh, I wonder if we can use the rotten food as some kind of fertilizer? Nope. Okay. Oh. And leaving like stink clouds behind with the rotten food though. That's interesting. I don't like that. Let's drop this in a corner. Interesting. Okay, it doesn't stick around though, that's good. Oops. And turn some of our food into bioscrap. Great. Not doing great with the food, am I? Okay. Bioscrap we won't need. In fact, I haven't quite figured out what to do with our existing bioscrap. I think I had like one recipe that used something, but without like a list of ingredients that I can sort through and see what the ingredients are used in, it kind of makes it hard to remember what everything is for. Oh well, let's see if we can't make the crossbow next. No, we need 3 rubber bands for that. The spear, we need a lamp for. Bolts, garden. Okay, we don't need to pin the garden plot anymore at least, so let's get rid of that one. How come I can't unpin? There we go. Alright, what about other things for food? Just the stove and maybe a soup bowl. Drinking receptacle for holding a large portion of soup. I'd like to make this thing and see if we can fill this with water. Let's do that. That's metal, stapler, test tube, and glass scrap. Test tube, glass scrap, metal's over here. And where did I throw the staplers? There they are. Alright, we'll make one of those. Soup bowl. Awesome. Drop everything back off. No rhyme or reason in my storage yet. I'll eventually figure something out. But not today. Okay, let's go see if we can fill this with tainted water. What time is it, by the way? 11 a.m., so it's early morning. I cannot fill the soup bowl with tainted water. That sucks. Okay. Guess the next thing to do then is just to leave it by the stove here with the soup pot. And I'll eventually try to cook something in there. Why did I put the soup pot in here? I don't know. Let's grab it. There we go. Okay. We are out of here. Not much else to do down here, so I'm gonna start heading out and do some more exploration. And there's a couple of things that I thought of that I want to go look at. Both back up near the reception area. Although, exactly where, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, one of them was in the biolab. Just right over here, right? Oh, we've never actually been in there. Can also grab this stuff. That, I don't know. Alright, there was a peccary roaming around here earlier, but I haven't seen him since. Ooh, and these should be cloth scrap. We definitely need cloth scrap. Alright, back in the biolab. Let's grab that tray. I don't think we've been in this supply room. Wow, look at all this stuff. Okay. this is another bonanza. Lots of stuff. Test tube, hose. Come on, give me the hose. Test tube. Not sure why we need so many screwdrivers. But I like the idea of all these test tubes. Those seem to be something we'll need. Alright, and this wasn't even what I was coming in here for.
I can feel my blood sugar falling.
Okay. Close the doors behind me just in cases. Who knows what's coming through these later. Okay, in here I think. No. Not in. Yes, this. Okay. So I left these gaseous nests. I wanted to investigate these a little bit. But let's grab everything first. So there was one there. Oh, let's fill up our water bottle. And let's make sure we have a drink. Okay. Close this. We can go through there. And then back down to the base for now. Oh, there's another water there. Reception area. Yep, okay. I think I heard something. Not sure. Very creepy in this place. It's kind of quiet. It always kind of feels like there's just something right around the corner. Okay, our hunger's coming back up already. Okay, let's go dump all that stuff off so we have room. Or not all of it, but as much as we can. We got another lead apron that we don't really need. Okay. Pipes. I don't have a place to store pipes, huh? Did I have space there? In any of these? No, I'm pretty much out of junk space. So lead apron's going on the ground. Let me go find it. And we'll keep the pipes in here instead. Okay, now the question is, what are these gaseous traps? Gaseous nest. Can be scrapped at a repair bench for bioscrap. But I can deploy them. And they make you jump. So I suspected this because I was thinking about where we saw these. And it was in the... Wow, we are running low on food. Let me buy some. Let's buy some farm puffs. How much money do we have left? I have no idea. Maybe that was our last dollar. That would be bad. Feeling a little peckish. Okay, we're going to have to find better food source. Yeah, so like I was saying, there was one of those gaseous nests. What is that? That's where I have to go to open the silo. Okay. Silo on level 3. So back here, where was this guy? There was an office. I don't remember where. Okay, I'm guessing we have to go through there to get to the next area, but I'm not sure. We haven't really fully explored this yet. Okay, over here somewhere there's an office. Looks like there's a way down into there. There's the silo access. Residence tram that way. Okay, here it is. Yeah, so in this room where this guy's hiding, Dr. Rogers or something, we found a gaseous trap here. I mean, a gaseous nest. Gaseous nest. And what I was thinking was this little like parkour setup I built to get up here. Could have used the gaseous nest to get up here. And now what I'm thinking is there is this terminal here I want to read. Oh, let me grab all of these too. See if he has anything else to say to us also. I don't think we need to pick up the basic backpack. You can keep that, Dr. Roberts.
Whatever it is they're doing in Silo 3, it used every power cell we had.
Okay, he's mad about that, but there is this computer here that I want to get access to because it'll probably have some sort of recipe. Plus all those everything down here. Yeah, we're going down here. Might die. But it's the email we want to see. Containment, Art 178 containment from iRigs. Hi, you need to take this one seriously. We retrieved IAS 0178 from A2 and it nearly killed us. It needs full Crucis containment and anyone interacting with it will need GISP rated impact shielding at the very least. Okay, peccary. So we're going to need impact shielding. Connected specimens. Kathy, I'm glad to report we've finally made some progress with 173, the little bouncing fellow. We couldn't get near it at first. The thing wouldn't sit still, not to mention the spikes. From Kathy, hey Isaiah, how did you manage it? I've been forced to work with dead specimens. Incidentally, autopsies suggest they're the second stage in the life cycle of a metamorphic creature starting with 171. That must be the carbuncle. I'm beginning to wonder if it's possible that all the A2 specimens are connected. From Isaiah, very interesting theory. I mentioned the problem I was having to Varsha in manufacturing. She went away and rigged up a kind of trap that holds the little critters in place. Alright, and then barbecue. Went to a barbecue on the dam in the hydro plant last night. Those blue suits can party. They had these great sausages. One of the hydrologists made them. Said they were actually really easy. Don't ask what's in them. Come on, recipe for sausages? Raw peccary sausages. Okay, so we have to find and kill a peccary so that we can eat because we are hungry. I guess the rest of this stuff we can try taking. And then hopefully we have room and I can get out of here. I'm not capable of parkouring across this water. So instead, what we'll do is deploy one of these and hope that it works to get us out of here. Why doesn't it work? Okay, is it because we're crouched? Yep. Okay. Awesome. That was the answer. Great. All right. Bye bye, Dr. Roberts. So we did have to leave it behind, but we kept one. We might as well just smash up stuff in here since we're here. That's gonna have a coil in it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to take. I'm pretty sure we saw this one, right? Yeah. And what do we need for the spear? The lamp. We need a floor lamp. Right, that's this. So I do want to drop stuff here because I took too much as usual. I'm guessing we don't really need this piece of metal scrap. And let's hope this lamp doesn't break. Nice. Okay, that's going to be enough to make us a spear.
Blood sugar falling.
Oh, but we are still hungry. If we can get some food here, I feel like... Oh, we have $10. Okay, that's drinks. I don't need drinks. I need food. Okay. Anything in there? Maybe there's some books. Books might be useful, but we don't have room for them, unfortunately. So I guess we'll come back here later. I don't see any other terminals or anything really interesting except for breakables, so we'll come back there later. We don't need to smash everything. And then reception is this way. Yep, here we go. Okay, back home. Still nothing to eat. very nervous about running out of food. Let's check on our tomato and see if that might be something that we can rely on for food in the short term. Sprinting. Oh, good. How's the tomato looking? 1 of 5. Yep. Not so good. All right, 4 more duct tape. Or the spear. That's this guy. Stabbing weapon. So now we have a stabbing weapon and a bludgeoning weapon. Let's make sure I have the spear. There it is. Alright, we don't need all these screwdrivers, honestly. And do we have a place to store plastic? Yes. Okay. So let's drop these screwdrivers on the floor. Let's get rid of the duct tape without losing it. Oh, magazines. Right, I have 6 magazines now. That is enough for leggings, so we need 3 more duct tape, though. Damn, we only have 3 duct tape? Where have I been hiding all the duct tape? Yeah, no extra duct tape, it looks like. So I'm gonna have to go find more of that. Okay, so let's drop the magazines off for now. And the duct tape will drop off for now, but I didn't leave me a space to put it, did I? Don't want to lose it. Let's get rid of these things, I guess. Okay, and then screwdrivers we can drop here. And this gaseous nest we'll keep on our person for now. Cool. I can unpin the spear. Bolt, crossbow, leg wraps. Also, we have some journal entries to look at. So first here in office sector notes. Yep, we know we have to get the power cells for some reason. Gate registry. I'm thinking it's going to tell us a little bit more about peccaries. Carbuncles. Yeah, nothing new here, really. Ah, colloquially dubbed a peccary, 178 is a quadrupedal predator that uses psionic energy to hunt. Research suggests these abilities are much higher wattage here in our own universe, where energy concentrations are comparatively higher than the severely entropic Antiverse 2, which is its home. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, look at that, it grew a bit. Good. Okay, so that is promising. I'm gonna have to go get some food out of the vending machine here because we are low. Don't really like that we're relying on our dwindling supply of money to stay alive. Okay, well, that's keeping us alive. A little tired. Let's see if we can make any progress toward the silo. There's still this area over here that we haven't really explored that much. I feel like the reception area over there, we've done a pretty good job. There is the security door that we still need to figure out how to open. What is that? Karate helmet. Okay. That's cold resist 2 armor. I mean armor 2, cold resist 1. So same armor gives us cold resistance. That's cool. So when we find a cold place, we'll put that and the other cushiony thing on. Already got the medicine out of here. Some steps into the pool. I want to just see what happens in water. Oh, it's tainted. Okay, so we can't drink the water directly. Still need to figure out how to treat water. Well, I think I came in here earlier. Another screwdriver. And there's a diving board. With a gaseous nest under it. Oh, nice. So you can totally dive into the pool. Alright, maybe we'll try that later when I'm not on the verge of death. Okay, this supply room, we've mostly looted it, looks like. Getting all his test tubes. Yeah, that led us back to here. Okay. Charging station here. This is the other end of the biolab. Right, this is where Dr. Roberts was, I think. I don't know if I tried this door ever, actually. Locked. Alright. Can't get there. Let's drink some water. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of how this whole place kind of connects together. All this wing is still a little confusing. That's locked. There's the laser. Okay. Let's try the spear on this guy. Yeah, that'll be food that we can eat at least. Shoot, I didn't bring a knife? Damn. Good. I was hoping that any sharp object would kind of function as a knife.
Already evacuated the facility. Consider this your top priority.
Okay.
Have
Good.
a wonderful and productive evening.
We need this. We don't need this. Oh god. Ow. Oh, we got a bleeding. I think we're bleeding. Yep. Let's make sure we get that bandaged. Okay, first aid. Nice. We can chop this thing up to eat it, hopefully. Good. Some food, and let's package this so that we have a little more storage. And you there. Ah, man. That wasn't the greatest. Okay, let's head back and cook all that stuff, and then tomorrow we'll come and explore this area. This is one of the robots. Yeah, he's about to come to life. And right there's our poor little security pal.
I have seen death here.
And what time is it? 8:40 p.m. So lockdown's about to start. Back to our little nest, our safety nest. And do some cooking. Hopefully we can get the hunger under control. Alright, before we do any cooking, let's put the pot here. No, 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 let's not do that. Let's let's pick up that from the stove. Let's put the pot on the stove. Can I put more water in there? Yes, okay. And then if we push this in, add raw pest. There we go. We're boiling some raw pest. Let's just maybe add a couple of those. No, already in there. Let's drop the others though so that we don't get all irradiated by it. And then let's see what happens. Soup, right? We have a soup tureen here. Add soup bowl to pot of soup. No, other way around. How do we cook soup? I want some. Thirsty, I'm hungry. It's cold. Why is it cold next to the stove? I guess just nighttime is cold here. Maybe they turn off the heat at night. Uncooked, unknown soup. Come on, you can do it. Give us some basic soup. So hungry. Alright, we'll come back to that in a moment. Let's go drop off our gear. And grab a knife because, oops, I forgot a knife. Because we had one in here, I guess. Yeah, let's make sure we have a knife on us. And I can store this helmet in there for now. We did get this toolbox, and now we have 4 duct tapes. I think we need 6 for the armor. Yeah. And we'll put another toolbox down here. And we can put the rest of the stuff that we didn't have room for elsewhere in here. This stuff. Okay, let's go check on that soup. How are we doing? Uncooked, unknown soup. Put some salt in there. I wonder if that'll help. Do have salt in one of these, right? Maybe? Yeah. Not that that's a very good recipe, but what did I say? Remove from stove. Bad soup. Well, that's okay. What about eating it even though it's bad? Add soup bowl to pot of soup. That's not how you do it. How do you get the stuff out of there? Remove from stove. Pour on ground. Whether you've got a liquid container you no longer want, or you've made a bad soup that isn't worth eating, you can pour it on the ground by accessing the context menu on the item in your inventory. In the future, you should use your soup recipe book in your compendium to figure out better soups. Damn. Okay. Okay, that was not a good soup, it turns out. Look at that. Bad soup will cause an upset stomach. Let's not eat that. So you can't just randomly make any old recipe into soup. That's too bad. Let's stick with what we know in cooking for now, I guess. And pour this guy out. Okay. And then we'll put that on the bench. And what else do we have here? We have $9. Very tired, we're peckish. Get one food, go to bed. These things look like they're lasting. And I think I was right, just carrying this around was what was giving us radiation sickness, because we haven't really got any worse since I stopped doing that. So you can carry it around for a little while, but it seems like eventually it bites you. If only we could turn on the valve to turn the sink on and get water. Don't understand why they can't just give you water in the sink. Alright. Move the food there. This one will gobble it down. I probably should have taken the pills first. But for now...
Where's the bathroom?
Oh. I guess before we go to bed, we're gonna go play the mini game. Minigame in the men's room. No monster in here, right? Good. Make sure the stall door is closed. I like my privacy. And here we go. Oh, I missed. Alright, good. Bathroom complete. Ooh. Wonder if there's something you have to do. Wonder if there's any reason to not use the toilet. Yeah, that would be kind of gross, but maybe there's some use for it. I don't want to think about that right now. Let's go to bed.
Under precautionary security measures.
Here we go.
Please remain in place and wait for
It is the morning, but we're going to call it a night. And I'm going to call this an episode. One more episode of kind of pointless wandering. I think we got most of level 2 explored now. Well, maybe with the exception of the data center. So next time I'll start with the data center. And then we're going to try to get up to level 3. So join me next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope to see you then, and bye for now.